Christina, and we're the Weirdest Geeks. And we're here today to talk about the Vampire Diaries episode The Last Day. And a short recap, Elena wanted to give herself to Klaus. Damon didn't want to have that, so he made her drink his blood so she would become a vampire. And him and Stefan had a fight. Damon came out on top of it, and Stefan was wounded. They helped Stefan, and then Stefan and Elena had a day together. She said she didn't want to be a vampire, and Damon decided that he had to stall the plan for Klaus, the ritual, so she wouldn't become a vampire because he didn't want her to hate him forever. And so he figured out if he could take a werewolf out of the equation, then he could stop Klaus. And so Tyler Lockwood came back to town, and they had Tyler and Caroline chained up, and so they were the ones that Klaus was going to use, so Damon rescued them. But it turns out that he also took Jules, and he was going to use Damon, but in the process of Damon getting Tyler and Caroline to safety, Damon was bitten by Tyler, so the episode left with a cliffhanger with Damon bitten by a werewolf, and my sister Tina started crying instantly. And I said, Tina, it's going to be alright. You know they're not going to kill Damon. And she's like, I don't know if it's going to be alright. I'm like, yes you do. There's no show without him, Tina. She's like, and she just, I fell for the poor girl.
Well, I was kind of surprised that happened, about Damon getting bitten by Tyler. And so I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw Jenna next to Elena, and I was like, oh my gosh, they turned Jenna into a freaking vampire.
Yeah. The thing I didn't get about, well, they knew they wanted to do this ritual because Elena's like, I have to sacrifice myself for my friends, and I can't run away because he'll kill everybody, and we just have to do it. And during the transition of him becoming a werewolf, after they perform the ritual, he'll be the weakest, and Mike can kill him. But in order to do the ritual, you still need to kill a vampire, and you still need to kill a werewolf. So I don't understand why they didn't suspect that, or think about the fact that some of the friends still had to die. Why wouldn't they pick Tyler and Caroline? Or, I mean, there's tons of vampires they could have did. They easily could have made one, which was what they did with Aunt Jenna, and which I totally did not suspect. And I don't know how she's gonna make a clean break. Poor Alark, though.
Well, they already had Catherine, so they assumed Catherine, was the vampire that he was going to use to sacrifice.
I don't think they could have assumed anything about Catherine.
And Tyler was gone, so, I mean,
Yeah, but he's a mystical resident werewolf. He had to get one from somewhere.
You know, I kind of felt bad for this episode.
What?
Lucas and his father. They died for nothing.
Yeah.
Because their sister was like, their problem. I didn't want to be found. I was with Klaus or whatever kind of attitude. I'm just like, you know what? That's why I didn't vote for you in American Idol. Yeah, you're a real witch. That's why I didn't vote for you in American Idol. And I should have known that they were going to do that to Jenna, because Alaric and Jenna had this nice little moment.
Yeah.
At the house. He's like, you can handle it. Kind of in his eyes, you can see, like, we could be together and fight vampires together.
Should have known one of them was going to die.
Have a wonderful life together. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't think she's going to make it, y'all. Yeah, but I would hope that nothing happens to Tyler. He's too interesting to get rid of. I don't think he's going to get rid of. I do fear for Caroline sometimes. I hope they don't get rid of her either, because those two are just so amazing. Matt, OMG, he got into the vampire hunter train, and so I liked how they didn't have enough they were kind of concerned about him knowing about it, but they didn't have time to get around it.
I guess they'll have time while Caroline and Matt are trapped, while Tyler's a werewolf trying to kill him. So I guess while they're freaked out about that, they'll probably have some time to talk about it, though we'll probably be yelling over Tyler's, barking.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised that he turned around so quickly when it came to Caroline, because I thought he was going to be kind of, he was really freaking out when he found out she was a vampire.
No, I figured they would resolve it because the sheriff was making him spend a lot of time with her, and she was still acting like the same Caroline. So,
which we know the sheriff can possibly come around if she just realizes that about Caroline herself, because she did before. And so, but
I mean, they know that Damon killed Vicky, and he's killed a lot of other people. So, I don't know if
I just say come around completely with the vampires all together, but with Caroline, she probably, there's a possibility that she can, but I think the sheriff might end up dying. But then again, I hope not, because they kind of need that police, that inside man, and she's the only one really left. And so, it's just everybody knows except for Tyler's mom. It's like she's the only one that doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't want anybody to die, but I know that's not possible.
Yeah.
Klaus, when he was talking to Damon, like he doesn't seem like he's going to do anything. Or sometimes you get the vibe of like you forget that he's really that evil, and then all of a sudden he just shows his true colors of, I can kill you in a nanosecond, and I wouldn't care.
Back to this Steph and Elena day thing. Elena's kind of perplexing me at this point, because she's saying, I'm a teenager. She said, Damon doesn't know what love is because he did this to me, but I don't know what love is, or maybe I don't because I'm a teenager, but I know I love you, Stefan. And, and I'm like, I don't know, she's just really showing her age. Yeah. And then she's like, I don't want to be a vampire, I never want to be a vampire. And it was kind of like, really? Because you're dating a vampire, so it's not plausible. And she's talked to Stefan and had conversations like, do you ever think about our future? What future? You can't have no babies.
Well, I think I liked it because I thought it was realistic, because, the average teenager, I think, would have a breakdown like that. Before it was a given choice if she wanted to do that or not. Now, with Damon making a choice for her, it's a totally, it's different. She has no choice. She didn't get a chance to make that decision.
She said that, she's obviously had to have thought about it, but she said she never wanted to be one. And, at least, I don't know, I just think that's kind of crazy. Because she's so in love with him, but they've had why have conversations about the future, which they've had before,
she's a kid. I mean, it's exciting. It's like dating the bad guy in high school, the rebel.
But she says she doesn't want to. I'm saying she's thought about this. I just thought, it just doesn't make sense, and I just thought Elena was more mature than that, I guess I would say.
No. I think it makes perfect sense. I think it...
at least if you watch something like Twilight and Bella's like, you know what, I love Edward the most, more than anything. I don't want anything more out of life. I just want to be a vampire with you.
Between Bella and Elena, that is how a teenager would act. Either which way.
Well, I think after this whole ordeal, then I think a serious conversation is deserved between the two of them about relationships and future and so on, because Stefan's not 17. Nor does he look 17. No, he does not. And he should, kind of be able to say, hey, now Damon's saying, dude, I don't care. Let's do this. That's one thing. But if you want to see, Stefan says he never mentioned her becoming a vampire because he wanted to respect her choices, and she knew it was an option, and she would have said something if she wanted to. So he just didn't say anything because he was respecting her or whatever. But I don't know why let them play house all the time, especially since originally they thought he was the one causing all the danger around her. When Damon told Stefan, he's like, you're just upset because you didn't have the balls to do it. that went back to the conversation that I will do anything to protect her, and you're just gonna be, the doting boyfriend.
If he kind of should have saw it coming.
Yeah.
I know they traded blood in the books. Vampire Diaries. And so I was surprised to see. If she turns into a vampire,
I didn't know it was gonna be
I'd
that
shocked.
involuntary.
I'd be shocked if she turned into a vampire, because I thought they'd drag it out for some time.
I thought it was interesting that Catherine really, really did not want that to happen. I mean, I know she's really annoyed with Delena and annoyed with the fact that the boys that she were both obsessed with her at one point are no longer obsessed with her and love Elena. But I didn't know that she'd be quite that annoyed with the idea of Elena becoming a vampire. So after this doppelganger thing is over, and Klaus is gone, if they can, do a resolution to his story, is Elena going to be safe from Catherine if she survives? Which I hope she survives, because I find Catherine really interesting. And I would find her taunting with Stefan really interesting. Mm-hmm. And I don't hate me Stelena fans, but I really like the chemistry with Catherine and Stefan.
I thought it was so funny when Damon was like, then, you're going to be competing with Stefan's love. Like, kind of throwing it back in her face for all those times of saying, I want Stefan, I love Stefan, and all that other crap.
So let's talk about our theories for what's going to happen. Our mom had an interesting theory.
Her theory was that Damon somehow gets Klaus all out the way and takes his spell away from Klaus, and then Damon then becomes infused the vampire / werewolf creature. Which would be very interesting, because if that did happen, I wonder, would Damon be the strongest and most powerful, vampire creature out there? And if that was true, that'd be...
It doesn't necessarily mean that he needs the rules of the original vampire, so...
I know, but he still would have to get a boost. I mean, to have both. I mean, that'd be amazing.
But I think that would be interesting, because in the books, he can turn into a wolf and stuff. And we all know Damon will not die. I figure the title of the very last episode, As I Lay Dying, is probably about him. I'm interested to see, because Rose was, having a breakdown, and I'm interested to see Damon's delusional breakdowns, or,
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
But you know what? If Damon did end up taking Klaus's curse away from him,
oh, but you have to do the curse. Elena would still have to die, though.
Yeah, Elena would still have to die. So, Jules, her dying, nobody cares. Jenna, I think Jenna and Jules would already have to be dying for them to still go through with it. And one would be the only way to really stop Klaus is to take his curse from him, or to just kill Elena. And then but Klaus, he would be very, very upset that his curse was taken away from him, and he would kill everybody, but then, bring in Bonnie. But would Bonnie still be strong enough to take down Klaus by herself and still come back alive?
Everyone ran to the Salvatore house to get at him too.
So, I just have no idea what they're going to do, and I can't predict it, because these people thrive with being unpredictable. Mm-hmm. But anyways, tell us what you think. Leave a comment. Also visit our store. Just go to thegorgeousgeeks.com. I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina.
And we're The Gorgeous Geeks.